Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Are you busy during the week and have no time to go to the credit union to access your loans? Do you wish there were more days available to you? We can help. Our Loan Saturday is back by popular demand this and every Saturday at the GUT Credit Union Grandance Branch, Excel Plaza. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing that you have access to your credit union even on a weekend. So come on in and take advantage of our services every Saturday. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is Network News for Thursday, July 14, 2022. In the headlines, health officials given the all clear after 2 suspected monkeypox tests returned negative. TMI Community College on a path of transformation, starting with national consultation. St. George's Fisheries Division hosts Fisherman's Birthday celebrations. Grenada Tourism Authority and Spice Mass Corporation deploy attendees to regional carnivals to promote Spice Mass 2022. Regionally, St. Lucia government working to reduce impact of inflation on the island. Internationally, U.S. inflation jumps 9.1% to fresh 40-year high. Plus in the sports news, Grenada defeats St. Vincent in final match to finish second in the Windward Islands Under-19 tournament in Dominica. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Hello again from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Health authorities are breathing a sigh of relief after 2 samples of suspected monkeypox cases, which were sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARFA for testing, returned negative. Rena Pett Thomas tells us more.
Grenada recently sent 2 samples of suspected monkeypox cases to the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARFA for testing, which both returned negative, says Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles. He explained that while there have been no confirmation of monkeypox cases in Grenada to date, the Ministry of Health and Wellness continues to maintain its vigilance in response to the ongoing outbreak of the disease in many countries.
One, we have started with the messaging, to make persons aware of the threat that this disease poses for us. Secondly, and in the background, persons may not know, but we have already started preparation with support from the Pan American Health Organization. We have already started preparations to be able to do case detection and case confirmation here in Grenada. So far, we have had training of our lab personnel because the confirmation of this case will be by PCR test. So we have had training which was conducted, and we are in the process of acquiring all of the reagents necessary. And we believe that in short order, we will be able to do the confirmation care.
With the carnival season open in Grenada, many travelers are expected to come into the island from many different countries. The World Health Organization has recently described the outbreak as distributed over 5 main regions, including Europe, America, the Eastern Mediterranean, and Jamaica, who confirmed their first case of monkeypox on July 6th. Dr. Charles outlined some of the symptoms of monkeypox.
They come down with a fever, all right? They may come down with swollen, painful glands, all right? And some may have flu-like symptoms. But within 1 to 3 days afterwards, then some lesions or a kind of a rash starts appearing on the skin, all right? It starts as a little mark. It turns into a raised pimple-like lesion that fills with fluid, so it forms a blister, and then that gets crusted over, all right? And within a few days, it heals.
The illness can last for approximately 2 to 4 weeks. There are no specific treatments for the monkeypox virus. However, medications can be used to manage the symptoms. The CMO explains how persons can protect themselves from the virus.
The recommendation for the public is almost the same as COVID. Or I can conclude that they're the same. Physical distancing, hygiene, all right? So wash and sanitize hands frequently. And of course, wear a mask, all right, to avoid transmission.
Officials of the Ministry of Health and Wellness say they will continue active surveillance and sensitization on the management of the monkeypox virus and will keep the public informed of any public health developments. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Well, it's the second in a series of consultations with the public as the TMI Community College seeks to meet its obligations to the citizens of Grenada. The role of the college is to be examined at the National Stakeholder Consultation scheduled for next week, which follows a similar session in Carriacou in February. Jared Joseph has that story.
The TMI Community College is seemingly on a path of transformation as it includes the general public in a national consultation. The views of parents, members of the public and stakeholders on how to better shape the programs and courses offered by the institution to meet the nation's needs are some of the goals being set by the college. Principal Dr. Ronald Brunton says these consultations, which begin next Wednesday at the St. Patrick campus from 6 p.m., follows an initial consultation in Carriacou.
So again, we're inviting members of the community, members of the public, parents, alumni and graduates of TAMCC to join us in St. Patrick's at our campus to share your views on the role and responsibility of TAMCC. We want to hear from you, members of the community, on the programs that are being offered at the college to determine whether or not our programs meet the needs of the community, what are the skills and competencies that are needed in the community to best serve employers and other needs.
He impresses that already from the first consultation on the Sister Isles, demands were made for programs in marine studies, tech work training for small engine repairs, and for the curriculum to be more practically oriented.
So we're taking that feedback from stakeholders in Carriacou. We're improving our curriculum, and we're going to offer many more technical training programs. We also will be offering some additional programs in the area of business. Hospitality studies were also demanded in Carriacou. So we're changing and improving our curriculum to meet the needs of our stakeholders there.
The TAMCC principal says changes to the curriculum will be made as soon as September, following consultations with the National Training Agency to offer Level 3 and 4 CVQs, as well as additional TVET programs.
So in terms of Carriacou, we recognize that there's a dire need for a physical upgrade of the infrastructure there. We recognize that a new campus is going to have to be put down in Carriacou, so we're working with the Ministry of Education consultation to determine the type of facility that will be needed in order to make those types of programs available to the community in Carriacou. Indeed, much of that came out of the consultation.
Dr. Brunton notes that the series of consultations are expected to continue in September and October. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, TAMCC Principal Dr. Ronald Brunton says as the college looks to improve its curriculum and introduce additional programs, they do not envisage any increase in fees for students. Noting that additional courses will be made available at the various campuses from September, Dr. Brunton said that tuition fees will remain the same, at least for now, as the college is focused on widening access to the programs offered.
We will be working with government to ensure that any growth in terms of the physical infrastructure is well supported. Of course, in the area of TVET, there are additional expenses related to the equipment that is needed, as well as the supply of the actual materials that are used in those types of programs.
Dr. Brunton said that despite the additional courses and programs, there is not a current need to add to the faculty and staff of the institution.
At this time, we believe that we have a broad range of faculty with experts, from industry as well as those who are involved in the more academic subject areas. The college has been recruiting part-time faculty, mainly coming from the industries themselves. So our adjunct faculty pool offers us access to experts who actually are working in the industry and able to bring those skills into the classroom. So we're quite happy with the complement of staff that we currently have. And of course, that staff that we do have, we provide some faculty professional development to ensure that they have the appropriate techniques for delivering the curriculum.
Boat racing, tug of war and eating competitions were some of the many activities put on during the 2022 Fisherman's Birthday celebrations in St. George on Thursday. The day's events kicked off with an opening ceremony where officials from the Ministry of Agriculture spoke of plans for the fishery sector. Here's the report.
Fisherman's Birthday commemorates the hard work, contributions and achievements of fisherfolk over the years. The event, which is celebrated on June 29th each year, was scheduled to July 14th this year due to bad weather. Today's event started with a formal ceremony that awarded vendors, fisherfolk and staff on the St. George's Fishery Division for their many contributions to the development of the St. George's Fish Market. Minister of State with responsibility for Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Adrian Thomas, in his remarks to the fishermen, said over the years, fishing has generated millions of dollars to the economy and continues to account for a great amount of the country's GDP. Hence, the NDC government plans to develop a training and fishing school for young people.
Brothers and sisters, our people must be properly trained. Our dream to have a fishing school in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit-Martinique must turn into a reality. This aspect of educating the fishermen and women will not only sharpen your skills and talent, but also transform your lives, your families, our communities, and ultimately this beautiful island.
The Agriculture Minister also indicated that his administration will look into updating fishing facilities around the island and come up with ways they can encourage fisherfolk to establish retirement benefits.
We must update our fisheries facilities to provide improved service to our fisherfolk and make the physical environment more comfortable. We must also put structures and mechanisms in place that provide protection and support our fishermen. We must explore the ideas of encouraging pension and health insurance benefits to our fisherfolk.
Also speaking to the fishermen this morning was MP-elect for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David, who spoke of sustainable fishing.
For example, we had the issue in the past about the sea egg, action was taken. Now we have the SIEG back up and running. In fact, people argue you have too much SIEG now. We need to harvest it more and lift the ban, but that's a separate issue. But we fisher folk must understand that if we don't fish in a sustainable way, the way you look at the world, the way the world is going, we can find ourselves in difficulties in the future. So I just urge that we ensure that our methods of fishing, the way we conduct all of the processes in the chain of the fishing industry.
The formal ceremony for the event ended with the blessing of the boats and the St. George Fish Market, followed by boat racing, tug-of-war, eating competition, and other fun activities. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
This is Network News. Still ahead, the contestants are poised and ready for Majestic Wednesday. We'll join them at a rehearsal session after the break. Stay close.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
RENDEC, Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to GBN for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at River Sally Government School.
GBN, energizing our community.
Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited. Now introducing Portland King Cement, Grenada's toughest and most high-quality cement, engineered with you in mind. Whether it's residential or industrial construction, Portland King Cement has been tested to achieve profound results that you can trust. The choice is clear. Choose Portland King, tougher than the rest. Visit Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited on Dusty Highway. Call telephone number 439-6605 or 440-6605. Or visit our two other locations, Wester Hall in St. David and Dunfermline in St. Andrew.
For all those who missed it the first time, Julian Fedon is back.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, a heritage theater production written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. Experience the conflict, the romance, the lighter moments, the drama. 3 big performances, Thursday 11th, Friday 12th, and Saturday 13th August at the Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m. each night. Bring out the entire family and enjoy this very special experience in Grenadian theater.
My name is Veronica Julian Adams. I'm from Leicester, Carriacou. I've been a proud member of Ariza Credit Union for the past 20 years. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union because of what they were offering at the time for low-income people like myself. My experience with Ariza leaves me feeling as a millionaire. My pocket is never empty. Ariza even helped me to secure a loan, which I assisted my son in building a boat, so now I'm part owner of a fishing boat because of Ariza. And I'm looking to do a lot more with Ariza because they make everything so easy and affordable. Thank you, Ariza, for enhancing lives for the past 75 years. I am one of those lives, and I'm proud to say you're the best. Thank you, Ariza.
The exciting, dramatic, humorous, and mind-captivating Lions All Mass is back in 2022. The Lions Club of St. George's and Spice Mass Corporation brings you an evening of comedy, fun, laughter, and pick-on at the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 17th from 3 p.m. Tickets are available from any member of the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Office, Grenadian Optical, Clear Vision, and Gittins Pharmacy. Grand Dance. Admission adults $25. Children 12 and under pay $12. Come relieve your stress through laughter and be prepared to be entertained by local calypso and soca artists. This is an evening you don't want to miss. The Lions and Spice Mass Corporation All Mass, Sunday, July 17th, Grenada Youth Center, 3 p.m. See you there. The biggest white is back and bigger than ever.
Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes.
This year, we're taking you straight into Juve, literally.
Oh, na, na, na. You stay on the radar. Oh, yeah.
Get ready for Cast the Band.
I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for it.
Together with a solid cast of our local soca superstars. Be prepared for a night of non-stop energy and mass. Early bird tickets are available now for $80, or you can step up your experience in VIP for $500. Available from Go to Fet and all official Sunshine Promotion box offices island-wide. The biggest white is here. And this time, we're taking you straight into Juve.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back. The days are counting down to the National Carnival Queen Show on July 27, following a 2-year break due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The organizing committee says despite the challenges faced, Majestic Wednesday is on. Rena Ped Thomas caught up with the 7 contestants during rehearsals to bring you the story.
7 parishes, 7 beautiful women, all contesting for the title Miss Grenada 2022. Majestic Wednesday is one of the biggest events anticipated every carnival season by many Grenadians. The result of the Queen Show will produce the next representative for Grenada at various regional and international pageant platforms. Chair of the Carnival Queen Show Committee 2022, Lexan Fletcher, says the preparation process presented challenges for the committee.
I like to say that, based on the time constraint that we had, we are making it happen. We have a lovely bunch of young women who are going to be, truly amazing on the night of the competition. And also it's great to see them grow in confidence, growing strength, being able to work under pressure, perform under pressure as it relates to rehearsals, interviews, etc. So all in all, it's going good. The show is, practically 2 weeks away, and it's really crunch time for us all.
Because this is the first national Queen Show since the outbreak of COVID-19 in Grenada, Fletcher believes the show is one no one should miss. According to the chair, the Queens have many surprises in store.
Many of you know this is the return of Spice Mass. It has been truly critical, and it has been a bit of a challenge getting the contestants together when the announcement was made that Spice Mass was indeed returning, but I have to say thank you to the reps in the various parishes. We were thinking as a committee, how on earth are we going to figure this out? How are we going to make it happen with such short notice? But we really are truly grateful to the representatives in the various parishes who, we connected with, and they said, listen, we're going to try to help as best as we can, and They delivered.
Here is a closer look at the 7 contestants for Majestic Wednesday on July 27th.
22, Miss St. John, Aaliyah Charles, Miss St. David, Tamara Mitchell, Miss St. Mark, Junisha Hostin, Miss St. Patrick, Rohanda John, Miss St. Andrew, Shante John, Miss St. George, Risa McIntosh, and Miss Carrickoo and Pity Martinique, Kimlan Phillip. Admission only $50 more on the day. The beauty of our Spice Island ladies will shine on Majestic Wednesday, July 27th from 8 p.m. at the Spice Basket. See you there.
The 7 beautiful ladies will be judged based on 5 components: interview, evening wear, swimwear, talent, and costume. For GBN News, I am Rena Pitt Thomas reporting.
Now, Chairman of the National Reparations Committee, Ali Gale, is encouraging the Grenadian public to observe National African Wear Day on July 29. Gale is urging citizens to wear something African on the day to remember their ancestry.
We want to have a National African Wear Day on the 29th July. Of course, on the 1st of August is Emancipation Day. Yes. But that's a holiday. So the last working day before the 1st is the 29th. That's a Friday. So we in the Grenada National Reparations Committee, we want to urge all our fellow Grenadians to wear an African attire, to go to work, to wherever you're going on the 29th of July, with something African.
He says it is crucial to incorporate African heritage in the West Indian and Western traditions already in play in society.
Yes, I think it's extremely important that we identify with our ancestors and so on what we wear. Of course, the jacket and tie, we understand where it came from as well. So I do as much as I can within our space to ensure that some Afrocentricity is brought out in our being and so on, because we are simply not existing, we are living, and we need to express ourselves and bring out our culture. Of course, you have the African wear, you have what I refer to as Caribbean wear as well, because we're in the tropical space and that kind of thing. And of course, the jacket and tie for our more formal outings and workspace.
Well, in an effort to boost tourism to Grenada this carnival season, the Grenada Tourism Authority has collaborated with Spice Mass Corporation to promote Grenada's Spice Mass throughout the Caribbean region. As we can tell you, this collaboration involves the attendance at the summer festivals in neighboring islands, Vinci Mass in St. Vincent, Lucian Carnival in St. Lucia, and Cropover in Barbados to promote Spice Mass and Carriacou Carnival. Rooney J., the 2019 Road March King, joined the St. Vincent's delegation for radio and television interviews and an appearance at the Soca Monarch. Reigning Groovy Monarch Vaughn is headed to St. Lucia, where he will promote Spice Mass during radio interviews and performances on masquerade trucks under the Spice Mass banner. In other news, many question what would happen to the many projects started under the former New National Party administration. One of the projects is the Molyneux land slippage and, by extension, the Western Main Road rehabilitation project. Well, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has given the assurance that work will continue.
No, we intend to continue the project. Whatever bottlenecks that exist, we will remove them. I think, frankly, time is running out on the funding, and so we need to jumpstart the project as quickly as possible, which is why we created the Ministry of Implementation and Transformation, Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation. So my understanding is that the Molyneux aspect of the Western Corridor posed some challenges and some delays in terms of the project, the entire project being started. But we intend to address this. In fact, from an infrastructure point of view, resolving the situation in Molyneux is imperative, and from where we sit is a national emergency, and therefore we intend to address it from an infrastructure point of view as one of the first projects that we need to get going, almost like yesterday.
All right, so we can tell you that the contract was awarded to the St. Lucia-based OECS company, Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited. We now turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. My colleague Beverly Telesford has been looking around the platforms.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. On Wednesday, GBN aired a report informing that the NDC government aims to reduce the food import bill with public cooperation.
Addressing the issue of our high import bill, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell notes that an entire cultural shift is what it will take to decrease the import bill in the nation and the region in the long term.
The high food import bill is not going to be a short-term fix. It is going to be a medium to long-term issue that we have to tackle, and not just here in Grenada, but regionally as well. The reality is we have to produce, there has to be an entire cultural shift. We have to actually want to become producers rather than just consumers. And that requires an entire re-education of our population, where we recognize the value of agriculture, because that's where food comes from. We recognize the value of fisheries, where we recognize the value of livestock, animal husbandry, etc. And that is going to take time. But it also requires a cultural shift in terms of our consumption patterns as well.
GBN social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts on the latest developments. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Kenroy said, "The Food and Nutrition Council and a few churches have a wealth of information as it relates to food consumption, etc. If only we can learn the nutritious values of our natural fruits and vegetables, etc., our appetite for foreign inferior ones will gradually fade, thereby saving our country millions in much-needed cash and at the same time reducing the unemployment figures too." Cecilia added, "I visited my country looking for local fruits, but instead there were apples everywhere. Wake up, Grenada." Jules said, "But not done in the backyard, so neighbors cannot breathe fresh air. Policy should be in place for backyard fowl farms." Dennis added, "I believe that we need to put every square foot of fertile soil into cultivation, producing food that we consume. We also need to boost our livestock industry by improving the pedigree of animals reared. That is to say, we need to introduce breeds that give a high yield in meat production, milk production, and egg production. There should be incentives given to farmers, especially the young people, to get into agriculture and farming and to see it as a viable business. Production should be on a large scale and there should be a secured market for the produce. People who are involved in the fishing industry should be given incentives and a guaranteed market for their produce, and also landing and storage facilities." Roland chimed in, "Breadfruit chips and cut down on fries." Cynthia said, "Yes, back to the land. Grow what you eat what you grow." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Okay, so this is where we say goodbye for now to our listeners on K105 FM. Thanks for joining us. Still ahead, Eco Camp 2022 takes on a hybrid approach to environmental learning. We'll see the rest of you soon.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
On On Friday, July 15th, Mellows Entertainment Center, Rochgrove, St. Andrew will be lit as Master Chief Promotions in collaboration with Mellows Entertainment Center presents I Must Go Soca Fest. As we feature live from Trinidad and Tobago, the hit machine, Charles Marshall. Charles Marshall. Together with Grenada's very own Boise, Jab King, Ledley, Valine, Slaughter, Kerry, Rudy J, Little Jello, Black Adan, Chaos, Blaze, Freddy, and more. Admission $30. Gets open 10 p.m. We gonna fet all night with your DJ Smiley, Summer, Cannonball, Super, and hosted by Shortleg. Get your tickets now in St. George's, Fresh Cut Barbers, and Chucky's Bar in St. Andrew. Johnny and Terry's Barber Shop, Birchco, Felix Shop in Maribor, Geomax Gym, and Calico Supermarket, Granville. I Must Go Soca Fest. Friday, July 15th, Mellows in Birchco, Charles Marshall. Sponsors Kiss K Independence Agencies, Creative Chef, Universal, and Coca-Cola.
We love plenty gal ting. Every day we snouting, say boom.
Yo, this is Skinny Fabulous, and I'm inviting you to be ready this carnival season with Courts Ready Cash. Get up to $20,000 cash right now. No deposit needed, and it's completely hassle-free. You will have your money in your hand in less than 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Don't miss the vibes this carnival season. It's all about Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are.
Thinking bad, all my friend them stinking mad. We be having thinking bad. Martin call me the drinking god.
Spice Mass is back. And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clark Scott Rum, Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clark Scott sales van. Win big for Spice Mass with Clark Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
Welcome back. EcoCamp 2022 takes on a hybrid approach to environmental learning with a daily mix of presentations and outdoor activities. The camp, which runs for 5 days, July 11 to 15, will cover a variety of topics, including the importance of biodiversity, birds, watersheds and coral reefs, mangrove ecosystems and marine animals. Christina John reports.
A group of students are given the opportunity to learn more about the environment and how best to care for it. It forms part of their summer experience. Tyrone Buckmeyer is the director of Grenada Fund for Conservation Incorporated, which is an environmental non-governmental organization that specializes in conservation of sea turtles, migratory birds, and ecosystems around mangroves. This year marks the second year of EcoCamp 2022, sponsored by Sandals Foundation. Buckmeyer explains what they hope to achieve.
The Fund for Conservation has as the main pillar of our work is environmental awareness building. We want to inspire Grenadians, current and future generations of Grenadians, to care enough about the environment that they become stewards of Grenada's natural resources. And we're convinced that working with young people, working with children is one of the best ways to do that. We've also learned that children can be great motivators of their parents' actions in terms of the things they do. So we've always done environmental education at schools, at community level and so forth. And the summer camp is a way for us to bring together a group of persons for a sort of extended period.
He highlighted some of the activities of the week.
On Monday we dealt with biodiversity and nature. Tuesday, we dealt with birds. So all about birds, learning about birds, going out into the field to do actual bird watching and getting the children to try to identify different bird species that they learned about. On Wednesday, we focused on watersheds and water. So we did a field trip to Grande Tang. We had a presentation from G Cruise, which is a project run through the Ministry of Agriculture. Thursday's presentations were on mangroves and seagrasses. So on Thursday morning, we did the actual inside presentations at the Heritage House, Palm Building in Mount Parnassus. And during the course of the afternoon, we did a field trip to the Woburn Mangrove Restoration Site. And then we're here at True Blue Bay, where you have some really good example of healthy seagrasses that are very close inshore, so that the children are able to wade in a bit and look at the seagrasses and get a bit of information about the seagrasses.
To end off on Friday, they will look at marine mammals such as whales and dolphins, ending with a cruise to the Molineux-Boucher-Joux Marine Protected Area. He remains optimistic that this will not be a one-off.
It's something we will do on an ongoing basis because one of our themes is to make learning fun, learning about the environment, learning about conservation. And again, I think although we're not yet finished with the 2022 camp, from the responses we've already gotten from the parents and children, we think we've made some impact in terms of their knowledge, and we look forward to doing this again and hope to have Sandals Foundations along with us as a partner.
Christina John, GBN News.
It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISO lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISO serves as an inspiration for others. Remember GBN's little hero, Abel Mark? Well, here he is, a graduate of the St. Mark's Secondary School. The GBN management and staff salute his parents, educators, and the community who have stood with Abel all these years. This photo reflects perseverance and grace. Congratulations to Abel Mark and his family. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Congrats, Abel. We are so proud of you. All right, so my director is reminding me we have to take a break before the weather and the sports news. We'll do that and we'll be back.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express. Are you looking for a summer program that is fun-filled, safe, and mentally stimulating for your child? Then Destined to Win Summer Explosion is just what the summer ordered. For ages 5 to 16, our program includes arts and craft, reading and mathematics, indoor and outdoor games, dancercise, karate, field trips, face painting, treasure hunting, and more. Destined to Win Summer Explosion runs July 11th to August 12th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. We're located on Tempe Main Road, next to Ned's Rental. Registration only $10. Spaces are limited, so call Mrs. Bartholomew on 403-8282, 405-8282, or 414-8282 to book today.
Fuel your
your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro. When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Guelph. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada's Devonnie Joseph slammed his maiden century as Grenada defeated St. Vincent in the final match of the just concluded Winlot Windward Islands Under-19 tournament in Dominica. Anchor in the innings, the captain and wicket-keeper hit 137 as Grenada reached 237 for 7 declared. St. Vincent in return scored 93 and 101, losing by an innings and 43 runs. The win made it back-to-back victories for the young, talented Under-19 team. Kelshon Andrew over the weekend led the team's rebound from their loss to St. Lucia in the opening match to defeat Dominica by an innings and 28 runs in their second game. Grenada finished in second place. Meanwhile, 6 Grenadians have been selected to the Windward Islands Under-19 cricket team. They are Devonnie Joseph, Devin Tyson, Kelshon Andrew, Jarrell Jeremiah, Kurt Murray, and Kervin Gangadine as reserve. We can tell you the players were selected from the crop of players who competed in the just concluded Winlot Windward Islands Under-19 tournament. Jonathan Williams led the scoring last evening as Salis Hawks drew first blood in the final of the St. Andrews Basketball Fraternity Tournament. Williams sank 18 as the Hawks came away with a 55-50 victory over Yolan Bain Snipers. Travis Ranger played the supporting role for Hawks with 17 nets and 11 boards. Shooting for the Snipers, Tamami Joseph had a double-double on the night with 18 18 points and 10 boards. Enel St. Bernard was equally impressive on the evening with 13 points and 13 rebounds. Game 2 of the best-of-3 finals is set for Saturday on the Grenville basketball court from 7 in the evening. Finally, in the sports news, Grenada and the rest of the world await the 2022 World Athletics Championships. The event has showcased the greatest athletes on earth since 1983. When it goes to Oregon, it will mark the first time the U.S. hosts the most prestigious event in the sport. This moment will be unlike any other. At the University of Oregon, it is the ultimate track and field experience there. It has been the site of some of the most incredible moments in the history of the sport. It is there that our sporting gladiators Kirani James, Anderson Peters and Lyndon Victor will join athletes representing more than 200 nations, realizing a lifelong dream of running, jumping and throwing for glory. Legends will be born. Join the Grenada Broadcasting Network for live coverage daily. That is the sports news for the moment. In the region, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pear says his SLP administration is doing all within its power to lessen the impact of rising prices. He says his government remains open to suggestions from the public, civic groups and the opposition on ways to cushion the weight of imported inflation on the people. HTS News has this report.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pear, who served in 3 previous administrations, provided his overall assessment of the social and economic situation that confronts St. Lucia. Pear says simply, it has never been as bad.
There has never been a time, not even in the height of the COVID crisis, that being in government was so tough. Not even in the 2008, the subprime mortgage crisis, that being in government has been so tough.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister says the government of St. Lucia, like many governments the world over, faced with inflationary pressures not seen since the 70s, is largely powerless to impact the general increase in prices.
We are being affected by a war in Ukraine that has nothing to do with us. Absolutely nothing. And added to that, we have the threat of climate change. That is the world that exists. That's the world that exists right now as you speak. And people in St. Lucia, behind their microphones, almost getting libelous only because of the need for political gain.
Further afield, U.S. inflation rode again in a fresh 4-decade high last month, likely strengthening the Federal Reserve's resolve to aggressively raise interest rates that risk upending the economic expansion. The Consumer Price Index rose 9.1% from a year earlier in a broad-based advance, the largest gain since the end of 1981, according to Labor Department data on Wednesday. The widely followed inflation gauge increased 1.3% from a month earlier, the most since 2005, reflecting higher gasoline, shelter and food costs. Al Jazeera has more.
All major indices were sharply down in early trading on Wall Street as the market digested the monthly report. Hope hopes of a reduction in the inflation rate dashed as prices continue to rise. Groceries are up by 12.2% over the year, rents by 5.8%. Car prices have increased by 11.4%, and in the largest increase, the cost of air travel has risen by 34%. All these attributed to Americans spending more as they emerge from the pandemic shutdown.
I'm feeling it. Food. I never seen it this bad.
I've been noticing household products have really shot up to the ceiling. I mean, honestly, like things that was like $1.99, you're going now, they're like $6, you know, and things like, but you need it.
Good morning.
At a meeting of House Republicans, it's made clear these figures will be the cudgel to beat Democrats in the November election.
New polling found that nearly 60% of Americans say the federal government under Democrat one-party rule is to blame for today's economic crisis.
This other one to report: protesters in Sri Lanka defied tear gas, water cannon and a state of emergency to storm the Prime Minister's office after the country's embattled president fled overseas, with the crowd demanding both men step down in the face of an economic crisis there. In a televised statement on Wednesday, the Sri Lankan Prime Minister said he had instructed the military and police to do what's necessary to restore order, but armed security personnel stood by on the grounds of his office as protesters, some holding national flags, milled and took pictures. Here's the rest in this report.
People power will win, these protesters are chanting. They celebrated a small moment of victory when they heard President Gotabaya Rajapaksa had fled. But soon after his early morning escape, the mood turned to anger. Thousands of people marched to the office of the man they fear could be Rajapaksa's successor, Ranil Wickremesinghe.
He can gain the power, he can mobilize the military, and he can crush out the old protesters, and he can gain the power, and no offense will come to him. That's the plan. He's a mastermind, and please, I am asking international community, don't trust Wickremesinghe. He is the biggest villain in Sri Lanka.
In response, the Prime Minister declared a state of emergency, saying he was now the acting president. Security forces in front of his office fired tear gas at protesters. Dozens were injured. This teacher needed treatment after being hit on the head. He traveled 150 kilometers to join the demonstrations, saying the government has ruined the education system.
Prime Minister is very cunning fox. He's ruined my country. We won't win our revolution.
Outnumbered, security forces failed to disperse the crowds.
A couple of members of the security forces, what looks like the riot police, are now being chased away from the Prime Minister's office after several attacks by tear gas. They're now chased away by the crowds.
Stay with us. We'll remind you of the headlines after this. A reminder of the headlines. Health officials given the all clear after 2 suspected monkeypox tests returned negative. TMI Community College on a path of transformation, starting with national consultations. St. George's Fisheries Division hosts Fisherman's Birthday celebrations. Grenada Tourism Authority and Spice Mass Corporation deploy attendees to regional carnivals to promote Spice Mass 2022. Regionally, St. Lucia government working to reduce impact of inflation on the island. Internationally, the United States inflation jumps 9.1% to fresh 40-year high. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada defeats St. Vincent in final match to finish second in the Windward Islands Under-19 tournament sponsored by Winlot in Dominica. That's the end of Network News for Thursday, July 14, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. You can continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. From all of us in the newsroom, thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.